Hi, RohiAhn5thLesson2. Today we're doing 5th grade math lesson 2. So we're going to be writing each number in expanded form with exponents. So if you don't know, exponents are when you multiply a number by itself. So 10 times 10, since there's two tens, it will be 10 to the power of 2. If it was 10 times 10 times 10, it would be 3 tens, so it would be 10 to the power of 3. And then another rule is that exponents have a 0, that means it's equal to 1. And 10 to the power of 1 will just be the number right here, so 10. Okay, so we have 93,041. So, to get 10,000, or we know we have to do 9 times 10,000. However, we have to convert 10,000 to exponent. So, if we convert 10,000 to an exponent, it will be 10 to the power of 4. So this is 90,000. Now we need 3,000. This would be 3 times 10 to the power of 3. So that's 1,000 or 3,000. And now we need 40. So we would do plus 4 times 10 to the power of 1. And then lastly, we would do 1 times 10 to the power of 0, because there's a 1 right here. So this would be the answer. Okay, so I'll just do number 3. So now we have 100,000. So 200,000. So this would be 2 times, and 100,000 is 10 to the power of 5. This would be 200,000. Now we need 90,000. So plus 9 times 10 to the power of 4. This would be 90,000. Now we need 8,000. So times 8 times 10 to the power of 3. This would be 8,000. And then 200. So 2 times 10 to the power of 2. 200. And then plus 6 times 10 to the power of 1. This would be 60. And then lastly, 9 times 10 to the power of 0, which is 9. This would be 298,260. Oh, sorry, not 97. 267. Okay, so now we're going to be solving each number in standard form. So let's say we have 5 times 10 to the power of 5. We'll do 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. I'm not going to do all the math, but basically, this would be 500,000, or this would be 100,000. And 100,000 times 5 is just 500,000. So, yeah. Another way you can kind of look at it is, if you see a 5 exponent, that means there's 5 zeros. So 5 zeros. This one, let's do number 9. You see 6 times 10 to the power of 3. So we know there's 3 zeros. This means it's 6 times 1,000. 3 zeros. Now it's 5 times 10 to the power of 2. So 5 times 100. 2 zeros. 1 times 10, there's only 1 zero. And 0 zeros, 9 times 1. So if we do this, it would be 6,000 plus 500 plus 10 plus 9. And this would be 6,519. Okay, so now we're going to be covering base and exponent. Base is always the number in the bottom, the number that's being multiplied. So if we had an exponent 10 to the power of 1, the base would be 10 and the exponent would be 1. So if the base is 7 and the exponent is 3, this would be 7 times 7 times 7, that is 343. So now we'll be finishing the table for number 13. So so we have 3 to the power 5 is 243. 3 to the power 4, so it'll be 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So this is 9, 27, and then 81. 3 to the power 1 is just 3. And then 3 to the power 0 is always 1. So if it has a 0, it's always 1. X 1. So now this is just basic division. 900 divided by 4 is 225. 800 by 4 is 200. 60 divided by 4 is 15. And then yeah. Okay, so now we'll just be doing some basic addition and subtraction. So we'll just do 17. So 4,519, 897. So we'll do 9 plus 7, which is 16, and we'll move the 1 up. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 9 is 11, so it'll be 11. 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 plus 8 is 14, so right here. So it'll be 5,416 is the answer. And then we'll do one subtraction problem. 7,406 minus 2,392. Then 406, 2392. So 6 minus 2 is 4. 0 minus 9, we can't do that, so we'd have to take 1 off, make this 10. 10 minus 9 is 1. 3 minus 3 is 0. 7 minus 2 is 5. The answer would be 5,014. Okay, now we'll be doing the word problems. So it says a googol is a very large number. It is 1 followed by 100 zeros. Write a googol as a power of 10. So remember the rule where if it's 10 to the power of 2, there is always 2 zeros in the answer. So we will do the same thing for this problem. We know we have to use a power of 10, so we start with 10 as our base, and when there's 100 zeros, so we do 10 to the power of 100, and this means there will be 100 zeros in the answer. So the answer will be 10 to the power of 100. So, okay, we'll do number 23. How can you tell which number is greater? 7 times 10 to the power 5 or 10 to the power 4? Well, we know that more zeros is always greater. If there's 3 zeros versus 2 zeros, 3 zeros is always greater. And for this problem, this has 5 zeros and this has 4 zeros. So you know 7 times 10 to the power 5 will always be greater. And then 764, 6, this would be 1, 16, 2, 12, 44, 7, and then so the remainder will be 2.